And it's just more relatable. Like you could kind of pour into them more.
I said I prefer it this way because a lot of people, myself included, in my 20s, I wasn't mentally, financially, or anything ready for a kid. So, and I know a lot of people that's been through that. Like I know people that's had, my mother had me at 17, and my pops was 18. Y'all are fucking kids. Y'all ain't ready to raise a kid now. If you can make it through that part, right now, my mom's is in her mid 50s. We like this. Right. You know what I'm saying? We kind of, I don't want to say grew up together, but
yes,
it was close enough.
Can you stop arguing Ish's point? Like argue yours.
Well, that when we had the discussion, that was my point. I was saying I agreed with the having to waiting part.
He agreed with waiting.
I don't say have them early because
but then
you might not be ready for that.
How great him and his
mom there's pros and cons to everything.
It's pros and cons. If I said if you can make it through that part, it's probably hard as fuck if y'all are young, not mentally, financially, emotionally ready for children to have kids. It's probably really, 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 really hard. I was 36, 7, I forget when my daughter was born. So I was at a better place.
Let me ask you a question.
I don't think I would have been the same if I had her in my 20s.
No,
I'm glad I didn't have kids young. I wouldn't have been able to do half the shit that I did.
But that's you knowing that.
Yeah, but
that's you knowing that.
If you had kids in your 20s, you would have had to adapt.
No doubt, of course.
And you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you're ever ready to have a child. Financially, you could be in a more stable position to have a child.
For sure.
Like, you're never going to know some of the fears that your mom was dealing with when you were inside of her. Some of the worries, damn, I'm young, having a kid, how my family's looking at me, how am I going to get by? But you sit here today as a close to 40-year-old man to say, but if you can get through that, then I prefer it. Well, let's highlight the if you get through that. Because some people, when you have kids young, if you decide to put your life to the side, to focus on your child, like if you're young, then you do get through that. Sure. And then when they get older, they don't really know some of the my mom. Yes, me and my mom was laughing, right? She went to her cousin's house, and we was laughing because they were celebrating the death of somebody who's been dead for like 50 years in the family. But she went over there and she just started sending me all these old pictures of her from when she was like 18, 19, 20 that I had never seen before. So I'm looking at the pics and I'm just looking at my mom. I'm trying to envision her style and personality running around the project. I see what's going on. But I mean, the truth of it is, I don't know what this woman was dealing with or faced with or had to endure for me to be here today the way that I am.
Sure indeed.
So it's like, if you don't know that, it's like blissfully ignorant.
But see, I know a lot of it because I saw it because my mom and her older sister are a year and a half apart, right? I told you my mom had me at 17, had ours 3 years after that. In our childhood, my aunt and her husband used to travel.
Oh yeah,
I told you like, and I used to watch like, damn, my mom ain't going on her first trip till we was grown and out the house already. Her first trip anywhere. I don't mean like she just hasn't been anywhere. So now we love to send her places and say, yeah, mom, go do this, go do that, because it's like appreciation.
She deserves it.
I got a Maldives also. Send mom dudes.
Let's talk off.
All right, but no, I think it's two sides. I'm saying me, how I view it now. I wish that I might have had a child earlier on.
That's interesting to hear from you because for most of our friendship, I've heard you say, nah, when it happened, I want it to be done right. I want to plan. I want to.
And so now, based on my circumstances, that
we'll skip over.
No, I'm just saying the circumstances that I'm in now.
Yeah.
My plan, you say you have a plan, God laughs. Yep. My plan and how I thought was the quote unquote right way to do it and how I wanted it done didn't come to fruition. And so now it's like, you waited mad long.
It still didn't get it the way that you envisioned it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you're not in the best of situations. And so, like,
I'm with Ish in that. Now that I'm older, I'm not saying I felt like this when I had my Trey, but now that I'm older, and this may be kind of selfish, but thank God I had one early so I could be here as long as I possibly could to pour love on you, feel on you, pour knowledge into you, just be here for you. I don't want to be the guy that, and even with Lex, right? Like by the time I'm 70, Lex will be 30 something.
35.
That's
not crazy.
It ain't the worst.
No,
It ain't the worst.
It ain't the worst.
I-
But it's different from your 21-year-old coming over when you 42, borrowing some money, borrowing clothes.
It's different, bro. And they still
confiding
respect
in
you.
you.
They still respect you. Like, think about Trey. Let's just say Trey and Joe, right? We talked about this on another pod of how the young kids, they got to be able to respect you to listen to you.
Right.
So if he got a girlfriend issue, you'll come listen to your dad that's 40 that you still look at as kind of swaggy and cool, and he get girls, so he might know what he talking about.
Right.
Your 60-year-old dad, you like, yo, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like your 60-year-old father, you like maybe not. You get what I'm saying? Like he might not understand what's going on because women of today are different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you might not be as open to receiving that information.
So what if you still that nigga at 60?
That's possible now.
then
No, be clear now. Some 60-year-olds that they don't play with them.
Because then the other thinking is, right, like, let me do it the other way. I'm older and I have a son. Yeah, but now by the time my son get to the age where he's looking for the information from his dad, I ain't shit. What can I can't, what are some of the perks that come along with?
That's what I just said.
Because most people, if you're older and you have baby, you feel like, all right, I'm more stable, I'm more secure in my decision making. I have a partner, we can do it the right way.
How old were you when Lex was born?
When Lex was born, Lex was 2017.
So you were
37.
37.
That's not bad. Like my dad was
Same age
33 when I was born.
That's not that.
And while I still had some of those thought processes of maybe he won't understand, when I was going through shit and we like got drunk together and I started telling him about shit, it's like, I don't know who the fuck you think I am. I used to get pussy back in the day too. This is don't do this and this and this. Like the shit changes, but it don't change. It's still the underlying shit still really kind of be the same.
Hey, Alex, don't touch my TV no more.
Yo,
Yo.
look, with regards
What's he trying to do? Cut his-
I don't break it.
with regards to relationships, yeah, I think though, with regards to society and technical shit and all of that, I think it differs.
I think even
Society's changing, yo.
I get it, but I think if you just stay like the technical part, a person like me, I know
It's something that interests you.
right. So I see myself constantly in tech, like I'm putting her on shit, so
right.
we can learn off of each other still. But the average person isn't necessarily that.
But a
I
disconnect for
understand.
you would be finance.
Well, I'm learning. I don't
You
know.
got- no,
You know
no,
what
I'm just giving you an example,
I was late to that game.
True. I'm just saying, like, so
But hold step right there. So with finance, now let's say if this is no knock on my parents, but let's say they were more financially
sound,
sound.
you would have been.
They could have passed that information
course.
on to me.
Absolutely.
So even that, I'm becoming to that point. So when it is time for my daughter, I'll be able to give her that too.
That's true. No, I agree. It's
So you know what I hear? If they were more financially sound, they might not have had you.
Right.
Or that.
that's true.
Or that.
Or financially responsible. Like we had it there.
Then they might have felt like, they might have felt like, you know what? Nah, I'm a little financially stable. I'm gonna live my life a little more. I'll wait till I'm a little more. I heard John Moran.
And that's what my aunt. That's
John
when I said
Moran
my
was-
mother versus mine. That's what she did.
John Moran was talking about his dad and how his dad had dreams of being a professional hooper, but he put his dreams to the side to stay back and raise him. Like make sure that he got where he needed to be. Sacrifice.
Yeah, I mean, shit. There's mad musicians and rappers and people I know that couldn't really pursue it because they had kids. You know what I'm saying? Like all my crew they either went to jail or had kids or both, and couldn't come with me on my journey. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, we was just talking about Tom Brady and his wife. Who's to say I'm gonna be done with my passion by the time my kids are aging? Like I might still be in my bag.
Yeah, no doubt, exactly.
So I had an article that, well, it wasn't an article, it was a clip that I read. And it's a guy, I forgot his name, but he's super duper dope. I started following him. And I don't have an aux, but
Here. Yes, you do.
So, well, will that work on that?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
I forgot.
Just read it, nigga.
Just
Just read the video.
Read the video. Hey, do the subtitles for us.
There's a very clear argument for not having
Oh no,
Hold on.
Antoine.
Yo, send it to Ice.
please.
DM it to
Somebody,
Ice.
Joe, don't ever do that again. This nigga's a dinosaur.
We are, son.
No, I'm not a dinosaur.
He is like
nigga.
Uncle
Why don't
Pod.
y'all get a fucking Samsung aux?
I don't know how.
Why don't you
iPhone.
stop being Uncle Podcast?
Fucking racist ass nigga.
Get a phone that fucking works.